All right, guys. So I'm super excited to be here with you today and talk about the meal plan part of this 30-day challenge with you. It's really, really important because the nutrition is going to be 90% of the results that you get in this 30-day challenge. Through the rest of your health and fitness journey. For me, when I started 4 years ago with Insanity, I really didn't follow the nutritional guide at all. I thought that I ate fairly healthy, so I continued to eat what I had eaten every day up until there. You know, I had made some healthier changes in my life, but I didn't look at the portions. I didn't look at anything other than maybe a few recipes and tried a couple new recipes. And it really showed in the results that I got. I think I lost maybe 5 pounds with Insanity. And if anybody has done Insanity, I should have lost a lot more than 5 pounds. So take it from me, you really need to plug into the nutritional guide and figure out your calculations. We'll go over some of that stuff with you and what you should really be eating and follow that. So I also practice clean eating as much as possible. So I would definitely suggest this book to anybody who's looking to understand what clean eating is. It's got a lot of great information in it. There's recipes in the back. There's smaller books. There's different books by Toscarino. But this is a great book if you're not quite sure, exactly what clean eating is. This teaches me a lot even today. So there's that. One of the things that I've really become good at is replacing a lot of the sweet tooth items that I like with things that aren't cheats. But they really are treats and they actually fit into the plan. So that's something that I have really focused on and has helped me get through the times when I have cravings. So if there's anything that you crave, something that you need a replacement for, feel free to ask in the group, because if I don't have something in mind, I'll find you something, because this isn't about depriving yourself, but it's about replacing the bad with something that's good and still not feeling deprived. And that's really, really important to your success. So let's see, what else you want to go over. So one of the things that I have tried time and time again is to out-exercise, a couple cheats on the weekend or a drink. And honestly, you can't. You can't out-cardio. You can't out-exercise a bad diet. Take it from me. I've tried multiple times. If there is a time that I'm feeling bloated or like I'm just not losing, 90+% of the time, I can look to my nutrition, and that's where I've gone off somewhere. I'm eating, too many proteins. I'm eating too many carbs. I've had too many cheats. Something isn't quite right, and that's a really big piece of the results that you will see in this next 30 days and beyond. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to go over the 21-day fix meal plan. I'm going to walk you guys through that. Let me share my desktop with you. And I know some of you might not be doing the 21-day fix, but this is a really good way for you to get an idea of how you should be going through your meal plan as well. All right, so let's move this out of the way, plunk that down there below. So this is the meal plan for the 21-day fix. It's loading. So getting started with the 21-day fix, of course, this is portion control containers, and a lot of the new programs that we're coming out with now do have the portion control container systems with it. If they do not and you would like them, we do offer these separately, and you can get them as well. Just let me know and we can connect you with that. So, all right, so the container colors. So each color has a specific food group that goes with it. So veggies is going to be green, fruits purple, proteins red, carbs yellow, healthy fat, so your cheese, your avocado, your hummus, things like that are going to be in your blue. Your seeds and your dressings are going to be in orange. And what we're going to do is we're going to calculate. So your calculations may be a little different based on what program you're doing, but you will find them laid out in your nutritional guide for you. And what you'll want to do is just run your calculations. So let's go ahead and do my calculations here. And pull up my calendar. so you can kind of see. So I'm going to take my weight and I'm going to times that by 11. It's going to give me 1,430. I'm going to add 400 to that. That's going to give me 1,830. And then I'm going to subtract the 750 from that. And that's going to give me 1,080. So sometimes you will find that 1,080, of course, is lower than what the actual container plans are. So that's not enough. So if you do fall below that calculation, if you're here to tone, if you're here to increase muscle growth, you'll want to stick with this 12,000 calorie plan. And that's exactly where I'm actually going to stay. So for me, see that little portion is grayed out a little bit. So for me, I'm going to eat from the 12,000 to 1499 plan. So I'm going to be able to have 3 veggies per day, 2 fruits, 4 proteins, 2 carbs. And with the carbs, when you look at the carbs, 1 slice of bread or half an English muffin is considered 1 carb. So if you have 2 slices of bread for a sandwich and you're only allotted 2 carbs for the day, then that's it. You don't get any more. So I've become very accustomed to eating a burger with half of a bun, or I'll save up my carbs throughout the day and have, the full bun, something along that line. So I get 1 healthy fat, so the blue, and I get 1 dressing. It's really hard to see it there, but it is there. And so also they're going to incorporate teaspoons, which are going to be your nut butters and your oils. And I get 2 of those in my plan. So there's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you'll be able to see these much better in your guides. So that for me is really tough. So I typically have peanut butter in my shake. I will either have peanut butter on a piece of toast, on an apple or a banana, but I cannot have peanut butter on all of them during the day. And I also have to be very mindful of the oils that I'm cooking with. So for me, I actually use the spray, so I can control a little bit more of the oil that goes into the pan versus cooking with olive oil or actually coconut oil, which are the 2 best ones to cook with. So there's tally sheets that you can use. You are going to want to track your containers on a daily basis. It's very easy throughout the day to lose track of how many greens you had, how many purpose you had, and really understand what you have left at the end of the day. So make sure that you're tracking your results. It comes with tally sheets, and they're also uploaded in the file section of the group as well. And there's your planner. Let's scroll through that. There's some there. So the eating plan. So it comes with a lot of different recipes in here, which is really awesome. It comes with an actual plan in here. If you do want to follow that, you're welcome to follow that. Just make sure that if you're on a higher caloric plan, that you add 2 proteins when it maybe calls for 1. Okay, so the containers. So of course your green is your veggies, and here is your vegetable list. The veggies on here, and actually all of the different food groups from top to bottom, the healthiest and the most nutrition dense items are at the top, and the least nutrition dense items are at the bottom. You can have anything from top to the bottom. If it's on a list, it fits in the container, you're able to close the lid, you can have it. It's really good to eat a wide variety of things that are on this list as well. So don't think that you have to stick to the top portion of the items that are on here. You can pick from any of the items on here. Of course, asparagus is 10 spears. It's really hard to fit asparagus into your containers. So it does tell you here you're able to have 10 spears. And it will tell you different things like baby carrots, 10 medium baby carrots, or sliced. You can, of course, put those right in your container as it shows you right there. So purple container, of course, this is our fruit. So there's your list of fruits, again, top to bottom, most nutrition dense, least nutrition dense. You will notice on here that tomato sauce is on here as a purple. So if you're using spaghetti sauce or anything along that lines, or salsa, if it's bottled and you're not making it yourself, that is considered a purple container. Let's see, what else on here do I need to touch on? I think that's it there. Okay, so your red container is your protein. So your chicken, your fish. Shakeology is considered 1 protein. If you add yogurt to your Shakeology, that is 2 proteins. If you add a teaspoon to your Shakeology of peanut butter, then it's a red and it's 1 teaspoon taken out of your plan per day. So just make sure that you account for what you're putting into your Shakeology as well. You'll also notice on here that 2 eggs is 1 red container or 1 serving, but 8 egg whites, and it seems like a lot, is 1 serving of protein as far as a red container. Sometimes what I will do, and it may sound a little weird, but you might like it if you try it. I actually did this today. I took some roasted chicken and I filled my red container halfway. And then I scrambled up some egg whites. I scrambled up 4 egg whites and I actually put them all together. I put about a half a container of mozzarella cheese on it and I put hot sauce on top of it. And honestly, that was my lunch. It's really, really good. It's a good way for me to not necessarily have to eat 8 whole egg whites, but still meet my full protein in that. Greek yogurt is a protein. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is a protein. I like to mix my boiled eggs with cottage cheese to make a kind of an egg salad. It's really, really good. And I don't have to use mayo. I don't have to use avocado. So if you want to try that, and you've got turkey bacon on here, 4 slices. Your yellow container. So this is your carbs, your grain carbs, your sweet potato, your yams, your plantains, quinoa, all of those sort of things. You'll notice on here the edamame, peas, corn, black beans, all of those things are considered a yellow container. And of course, half a bagel or half an English muffin is considered 1 serving of the yellow. So if you have a full English muffin and you only have 2 carbs for the day, you're done. That's me. Your blue container, so your good fats, so your healthy fats, your avocados, your almonds. You'll notice on your guide here it says 12 almonds is 1 serving. And if you put 12 almonds in your blue container, it's not going to fill up your container, but that's okay. It's still 1 serving. 8 cashews, 14 peanuts, 20 pistachios, and so on. It's got all of your cheeses on here too, your feta, your goat cheese, your mozzarella, and things along that line. So sometimes I will break these up and I'll have half a container of mozzarella, half a container of hummus later, so that I do have both, but I'm not going over what I actually can have for the day. Your orange container. This is your dressings and your nut seeds, so your sunflower seeds, your flax seeds, peanuts, coconut, but unsweetened coconut, and then, of course, any of your fixed dressings as well. And then, of course, you have your teaspoon. So your extra virgin olive oils, your nut butters and things like that, make sure you measure those out as well. There, you'll notice in the 21-day fix specifically, there's substitutes. So you can save up some of your yellow containers and, on Friday night, if you want to have a glass of wine, you can save up your yellow containers and you can have that glass of wine and still stay within the specific meal plan parameters. You can also switch out. I've gotten really accustomed to mixing my Shakeology with water and peanut butter because I like to eat my food versus drink my food. So I've actually removed the unsweetened almond milk from my Shakeology in the morning and might use a little bit on my oatmeal here and there. But you notice that 16 ounces of unsweetened almond milk is equal to 1 yellow container. If you're using sweetened coconut milk, 8 fluid ounces is equal to 1 container too. Just something to be conscious of. And of course, you see wine down here too, and that is 4 ounces. So be conscious that you can save up a couple containers throughout the week. If you want to have 2 glasses of wine, you can do that too. It gives you some really good substitutions in here for different treats and things that you can have. There's oatmeal cookies, which are really good. It gives you a lot of free foods as well and different things that you can put into your waters to flavor them up. There's a little water bar, mixers, fruits and veggies, herbs and spices if you want to drink something other than just plain water. And let's see, coffee and tea is also free. You've got some spices that you can use down here. I've become very accustomed to using the tiniest splash of almond milk from time to time. I use stevia and a little bit of a raspberry extract or some sort of hazelnut extract, things like that, to flavor my coffee and not necessarily use all of the heavy creamers out there that are full of sugars and stuff. It's been a process. but it's something that, I used to love the creamers too, and I love them today, but I only have them once in a rare occasion. So let's see, free foods. So lemon, vinegar, mustards, herbs, spices, garlic, so hot sauces, things like that are free foods. These are a lot of things that I will use to spice up my chicken. I typically, if I have a burger, I will use mustard versus, I don't typically use ketchup. I never use mayo. Usually it's mustard. I make a really good mustard chicken that, it's got the Dijon mustard in it as well. So this is really going to be some of the spice of your food. So, and then it goes on to talk about the Beachbody Performance line and how that factors into your plan as well. So that's a little bit about the meal plan. I hope it helps. If you're following another meal plan that doesn't have the 21-day fixed container system, or even if you are and you need help setting up your first meal plan, make sure that you reach out to me. I'll go over a few questions with you and we'll come up with your meal plan together so you can get a really good idea of how you need to start off this challenge and how you can continue through and then tweak and modify that meal plan as you go. I hope that helps. I can't wait to get started. I'm super excited to have you guys with me for this challenge, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.